Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 10382 Southwest Lisbon Street here in Wilsonville. We're located at the front of the home, off to the right of the front door, right in front of the bay window here. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. And I just zeroed the camera out right there at the base of the cleanout. Transitions here over to 30-34. It's making a very slight diameter change. It looks like, I think it's just switching to 4-inch pipe there. It's not belling out a whole lot. Got some standing water here in the line. We'll take a look at this when it's all drained out at the end. Get an accurate level of water there. Now where I typically start to see toilet paper collect and where my recommendations for repairs start are when you have at least 5 feet of pipe with at least 1 inch of standing water in it. That is right where I start to see regular old toilet paper start to collect in lines, not just paper towels and stuff that shouldn't be going down them. So we'll see what we're working with there, all said and done. And right here at about, we'll call it 45 feet, we have reached the main lateral connection. I'm going to do locates to see where this is at before reeling the camera back in. And then we'll take a look at that belly in the line there. Okay, located the camera head successfully out the main on Lisbon Street. The line is all drained out at this point here. There's a very slight amount trickling through. It's not enough that's going to exaggerate our view of anything here. But you can see as soon as we get into the standing water how thick and dirty that water becomes with debris. Looks like the belly dissipates out here at about 44 feet. We'll see how much standing water we're working with here in just a second. Right there, we're at about, we're up to 1 inch of standing water here at this point. And again, that's where I typically start to see debris hanging up. If you're at a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch of water, you won't see hardly any of this amount of debris in the line. But at this point here, we are getting stuff building up. So, and it's pretty consistently 1 inch of standing water across most of it. There's one little spot in the middle of the belly there where it drains out to a minimal amount, but it's basically one big continuous belly here. Now, belly starts here at about 24 feet and extends out to 44 feet. Okay, I've got the whole belly mapped out here. There's a white X at each end of the repair. The repair starts right at the street curb. That's where the belly starts. And it extends out to about 1 foot shy of the main lateral there. We're about 5 feet, 10 inches deep out at the end of the line. We're about 6'5" at the curb. That's because I'm locating through the street curb there. I'll do another locate just after the curb to get that depth. I do recommend a spot repair to crack that belly. You can see how much stuff is starting to build up in the water here. The concern is you get enough buildup that the line blocks up and you get a backup all said and done. Now, if you don't do a repair on it and you make sure to contact the city, this is all in the roadway. It starts right at the curb. It's maybe a city responsibility here, so definitely contact them. If a repair is not done, though, I would recommend jetting the line out to get whatever debris in here is out. That way it reduces the potential for, at least for the short term, of other stuff collecting in the line. Alright, I just put the camera, we're about 3 feet past the curb out into the street area here, and I'm still getting a depth of about 6'3" inches. I'm getting a deeper depth at the, at about the curb than I am out at the main lateral. about, again, 5 foot 10 inches deep at the main, about 6 foot 3 there at the curb. That doesn't necessarily mean that's you're going to have ground built up on top of that kind of throws off the depth. It might be an issue with, I see this frequently where streets settle and you end up getting a belly exactly at the curb. So again, contact the city about that. The line is functioning. It's not at a point where it's blocked up, so it is still functioning, but it is not functioning properly. When I start to see junk stuck to the top of the pipe like I am here all the way down, sometimes that's a sign. I mean, there's only one way for debris like this to get up the sidewalls like that, all the way to the top of the pipe, and that's by it clogging up and depositing stuff up there. It's hard to say if it's ever had a true full-on backup, but I can tell it's had some hard time draining in the past. I recommend a spot repair to fix the line from 24 feet to 44 feet. Everything prior to that is in good shape and draining properly. And the line is functioning at this time, again, as it's not clogged. I recommend getting that fixed so that doesn't happen. And if you don't do a repair, don't get me wrong, you can live with bellies. But whenever you have one, you need to be mindful as to what's going down your line. The only thing that should be going down any sewer line, but especially one with a belly in it, is folded toilet paper down the toilet. Make sure that no fats or grease, anything like that, go down the kitchen sink. And you got to avoid everything else, paper towels, tampons, cooking oil from going, all that stuff should not be going down the line because it'll build up in a belly like that very, very easily. So get it jetted out if it's not repaired, and then I would keep an eye on it. Maybe because every household lives very, very different from each other. You might have 2 people here where 4 are moving in. You increase the volume. There's a lot of factors that can go into it, but you want to get it jetted if a repair is not done, and then rescope it in a year. That will give you a baseline for how that belly is handling your living habits. And if a repair is done, make sure it gets rescoped, make sure that it looks good. Most of these issues happen at the time of installation because of a bad install. You want to make sure it looks good before the repair guys pack up and leave.